Welcome back to SiGMA TV, and I have with me Marcel Tobler from Innovation 21, a VC fund who's going to tell us more about what's cooking. Marcel, great to have you with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. Marcel, look, I'll be honest with you. Tell us more about the brand Innovation 21. Funds in the gaming industry are slowly catching momentum, right? People are recognizing the idea of going to funds for early seed or for round A, for round B. Tell us a bit more about the scope of your fund and what is the appetite for startups?
Right. So we started our fund 2018. And at that point of time, the only thing we knew about how to do it was land-based casinos. That's what we did previously. And it was for us kind of a way to get more into the iGaming space. And we were very lucky because our first investment was an investment in Gamanza. That was a tech company primarily focused on gamification. And then when the Swiss market got regulated at the beginning of 2019, we developed together an online casino platform. And we were able to launch the first legal online casino in Switzerland with the Gamanza platform. And by now, Gamanza is actually the market leader of online casino platforms in Switzerland. More than 50% of all casinos licensed in Switzerland use Gamanza as a platform. So that was a huge success story right away with our first investment. Obviously, it also took a lot of our focus to develop Gamanza where it is today.
When you say develop, so you're not only putting money in, you're also getting involved in accelerating that startup?
Absolutely. Honestly, there is money out there quite a lot, and I'm sure there are corporations which have way more money than we have. So, but we really focus on when we do investments, we really think about how can we add value, beside just putting in money. And this is also in our own interest. If we can add value to a startup we are invested in, our return on investment going to be higher. So if you're not able to do that, we believe it's not worth to invest. We want to be able to provide a value beside the cash to the startup.
Of course.
And it's really important.
And at what stage was Gamanza when you came in with the money? Was it an early seed? Was it stage A, round B?
No, it was early seed. So maybe at that time, Gamanza had, 15 employees.
Oh, wow. That's embryonic for a platform.
And now we are at more than 60. And then hopefully in the next 12 months, we add another 40.
And when did this happen? When was the first tranche of payments to Gamanza?
5th of January 2019.
I love how you remember to the hour.
Yeah.
It shows how active you remain in the startups you invested.
It was after midnight, so and it was in Vienna, so we had a really hard time to get a drink after that to celebrate after signing. So I remember that well.
Well, you probably didn't have a drink when you signed, but things are looking very rosy, so plenty of opportunities to have drinks nowadays. Because Gamanza is not only a simple platform, right? You provide an entire ecosystem, including payments, KYC. Tell us a bit more where this platform has evolved since your investments.
Yeah, so, we started with a platform and also decided to build a regulatory safe beside it. And we did that within 6 months for the go live in Switzerland. And we keep adding on new features also out of the experience we have as an operator in Switzerland. For example, we did add a payment gateway by ourselves just because we and the other operators on our platform are able to save so much money if we are able to do direct integration. So we really review together with Gamanza, with our knowledge about operating online casino, which are the critical points where we can get ahead of competition or actually save cost in such an environment where we have very high taxes. So beside regulatory safe, beside payment gateway. We worked a lot on the whole verification, KYC, that we can fully automate that we can take out as much manual work as possible, not only for cost saving issues, but also for compliance issues. We did see that, I mean, normally if people do something, there happens mistake. So we really working on automating those kind of things. And what we're looking into it right now, for example, is to utilize AI for responsible gambling. So far, we worked with triggers which could indicate problematic gambling. Now we want to add another step to that, which is using AI to have a more complete picture of a player and to be earlier, to take earlier actions if we believe this could lead to problematic play.
Understood. And at which life cycle is the fund currently? So was Gamanza one of the very first investments since you set up the fund? So a couple of questions. Yep. First things first, how big is the fund? And where is the fund set up?
Yes, so what we have is we have defined an amount that we plan to invest during on an annual basis, which is 1.5 million. So we have investment tickets of 200 to 800,000 Swiss francs that we do, and we do 1 to 2 investments annually. So we don't want to have 10 investments annually, because we really want to dedicate the time to those investments and support investments. Actually, Gamanza, what we did with Gamanza was obviously more than what we ever have planned for and actually also hoped for. So we did invest the last 1.5 years a lot of time in Gamanza and didn't invest in any other startups. But we believe now is the time to again invest in more startups. But for us, the quality is more important than the quantity, and by quality I mean what we can bring for this startup to support it and to add value.
Are you still raising for the fund, or is it based on Casino Baden?
Yeah, so our group fully provides the funds to invest in the startups.
So you're not seeking limited partners to join the fund?
No.
Okay, understood. What about new projects? What's the appetite for emerging tech, frontier tech? I'm talking about artificial intelligence. I'm talking about NFTs. I'm talking about blockchain technology. Is the fund smelling the coffee?
So absolutely. So artificial intelligence, I mean, as I just mentioned, in the area of responsible gambling is really the next step, and is a step which is happening very, very soon, or is actually already here in some sense. NFT, I mean, this is super interesting. We are focused on the regulated market, in a local regulated market. So I'm really looking forward for ideas in connection with NFTs for the regulated market. I think there is a huge potential, as we have seen it, for example, with the Crash game. It came from a crypto market, unregulated market. It was highly successful in the regulated market. And I'm sure if a startup finds is innovative enough to tweak it the right way to have an NFT game in a regulated market, I think that would be great. I'm a big fan of Cedron. I have my own staple, so I would love to see something like that in the regulated market.
Absolutely. And in fact,
very, very happy.
And in fact, Marcel, we're going to be seeing you in Malta in a few days' time. You're even one of the main judges at the pitch. And we're lucky at SiGMA to have a lot of blockchain companies, companies doing issuance of tokens, companies focusing on AI. So there's this wave of emerging tech going into the gaming sphere here at SiGMA. And we're very happy to have you with us as one of the judges, grilling, hopefully, you'll be giving them a hard time to all the startups that will be gracing the floor plan.
No, I'm really looking forward to meet up with the startups and to see what they came up with and how they apply that technology. But there is no question. I mean, that technology will be or is here to stay and will be here in the future.
Brilliant. Well, my shout out goes to all the startups. You know who Marcel is. You know all about Innovation 2021. Do meet them at the show. Do meet them online. They have a great team who will help you not only in the investment part. They're not putting in dumb money. They're helping accelerate, and they walk with you along the way. Marcel, thanks a lot for being with us. I look forward to see you in Malta, and I welcome you with arms wide open.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to being in Malta. Thanks for the interview, Eman, and see you soon in person.
Thanks again.